Hi there, today we're talking about the world's first $4 trillion company. Now, NVIDIA, which you probably heard of, the massive chip manufacturer, semiconductor manufacturer, has hit briefly $4 trillion in market cap. So that's $4 million. Now, they produce those gigantic Grace Hopper and Blackwell chips that are great for artificial intelligence, doing billions and quadrillions of data points a second, assisting generative AI. So that's basically why they've done so well. However, there's a background to this which is actually quite interesting. Some of you may have heard of something called the solo paradox, and basically it's the strange death of productivity in the last 20 or 30 years because, well, we don't know why. We don't know what the because is. But one suggestion is that computers have not been as useful as we had first thought and hoped. And this advent of artificial intelligence in terms of these large language models and these massive new computer chips, the Grace Hopper and the Blackwell chip made by NVIDIA, should allow computers to be far more useful. And for those of us who are already using things like ChatGPT and Anthropic and Perplexity, we're certainly already finding that. Gemini and a whole range of other artificial intelligence platforms are already finding that it's a magnificent new form of search, amongst other things. So that's the reason that NVIDIA, which many of us hadn't heard of a few years ago, has done so well, because they not only have massive demand for their product, and they're significantly profitable, as you have to be at that level, but also because they help galvanize a global trend or even group of megatrends in terms of digitalization, computerization, and making all computers more useful. And as a result, we may be coming to the massive inflection point, whereby humanity not necessarily as a whole, but as more of us realize that computers are incredibly useful and log in more often and log in longer. And that appears to be what is happening. And the value of tech companies, computer companies, are going up as a result. And we now see massive benefits coming from digitalizations. Also, many great problems as well. Lots of social problems can come through prioritizing digital interaction over human interaction. But the reality is there are massive benefits as well in the balance. And that is why NVIDIA has been the first company to hit $4 trillion in market cap, even if it's just on an intraday basis. Anyway, tell me what you think.